Good morning and welcome to Jeff White's Peterborough home tour. Today, couple of interesting things. We've got a coming soon listing up in the northeast end of the city over on Scholar Drive. And then we're going to take a look at kind of an entry level story and a half on Park Street. We've got a nice brick bungalow on Donegal and then a nice story and a half just down the street on Donegal. So let's get right to it here. Jeff White's Peterborough Home Tour edition number 19. I said up on Scholard, and there it is. 1264 Scholard will be coming on the market here hopefully this week, I'm told, and list somewhere in the mid 500s. We wait to find out what the price will be. Let's take a look at the house. Here's what I can tell you about it. If you're not familiar with Scholard, there's the Trent Canal right back here. The Trent Rowing Club uses this section of the Trent for rowing. Thompson Bay just up there. Here's Armour Road and the Peterborough Golf Club. Now, here's the first look we have, thanks to Google Earth. For 1264 Scholard. This house is unlike any other home in the subdivision, uniquely built for sure. Steel roof is relatively recent. We've got a wood type siding on the upper, brick on the lower. Good sized backyard, as I remember from seeing it. Nice front yard here. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look around the neighborhood here, in case you haven't been up there on the Scholar Drive area. You can see it is a mature area. The newer Thompson Bay is right down there, and the newer subdivision is just at the end of the street. These are all well-established homes, as you can tell by the trees. And the home that we're looking at right now, and all these homes on this side of the street, back onto the Trent Canal. So that gives you a sense of the area. It is a lovely part of the eastern section of Peterborough. Here's another look at the house for you. You can see the driveway is interlock brick, car garage, nice entryway here, lots of height on the house. In fact, this window looks out over a vault. This whole ceiling right here, this section is vaulted right to the ceiling. You walk in, you've got the dining room on the right, stairs on the left taking you up. There's like a bridge set up that takes you over to this half of the house where there's a bedroom in the front, bathroom in the middle, and another bedroom in the back. These are all good sized bedrooms, at least 12 by 12, I think. Then you walk across this bridge where you can look down into the living room, really quite nice, gas fireplace in the living room. As you walk across the bridge, you end up in underneath this peak in the back, which is the master's suite, and it is really big. Has a walk-in closet, ensuite bath, and then a little bit over top of this garage, it has a bit of a sitting room. Down below, we've got, as I said, dining room in the front, eat-in kitchen in the back, sunken living room, fully finished basement. And if you'd like a chance to see this house or want to know more about it, give me a shout at 705-930-1308, and I will keep you up to date as information becomes available. As I said, this house not listed yet. Little story and a half on Park Street. Here's 471 Park Street. We've got McDonald right here, just to give you an idea. Weller down here. Let's take a look at the listing. It's listed at $184,900. You can see vinyl sided. No, I believe. Yeah, I think it's vinyl sided, if I remember correctly. We've got a nice story and a half. The reason it's not a two-story is because these walls don't go all the way up and then across at the ceiling height, so you don't get full ceiling height across the top of the house. It is a mutual drive, which means you share the driveway with the people here. So you drive into the back and then turn there, as you can see the cars, to park on your property, and they park over there. Let's take a look through the pictures here. Living room, dining room, laminate flooring in the living room and dining room. Newer windows throughout the house. This is the kitchen. We've got a nice little eat-in kitchen. Well, it's actually a good-sized kitchen. I shouldn't call it little. Gas fireplace, as you can see there, in the kitchen to help warm it up. This walks out to a storage area on the back. It's at best a mudroom. Right now it's full of boxes and stuff, but could maybe be turned into something useful down the road. And these are all the cabinets you have in the kitchen and all the working space that you have. The second level, one of the bedrooms. There are 3 bedrooms in the upper level and an efficient bathroom, tile floor there. And that's a look at 471 Park Street North, $185,000. They're doing offer presentations on the 28th. So you've got 2 days from now to take care of that. If it's something you'd like to do, love to show that to you. If you want to see it, give me a call. 671 Donegal, another little story and a half. This is it right here. Let's take Donegal. So just to give you a sense of where Donegal is, Park Hill Road West here coming up, and just up here we've got Shamong Road, Wolseley over here, and Fairmont and Jackson Park at this end. $209,900. They're doing offer presentations on the 30th. Pretty much everything has been done in this house. This is quite a nice little property. Vinyl sided, paved single drive. This walkway here is covered with stone, just a couple stones missing on the front steps, but get the right person and that's easily fixed up. The rest of the house is in really great condition. Well done. Nice little peninsula here for to make like an eat-in kitchen. You've got a walkout to a good-sized deck, good-sized backyard. Looks like all new cabinets from what I could tell when I was there. And I believe there are no slam on the uppers, if I'm remembering this kitchen correctly. Newer countertop. Hardwood floors throughout the main level of the house. Here, we're standing in the living room here for this picture, and you can see that they've got crown molding. The doors and windows have been, I don't know if they're brand new, but they're certainly newly updated. This is the living room. The primary source of heat for the house is electric baseboard, although there is this replica gas stove, a natural gas stove here in the living room. Ceiling fan, as I said, windows have been updated. This is one of the bedrooms on the second floor. This is the larger of the 2 bedrooms on the main floor. Back up to the second floor, we've got a really efficient 2-piece ensuite off the 1 bedroom. And this is the main bath, which is well done. It looks really nice, the bright white. I mean, it really makes the room pop. You've got this walk-in shower, tile floor, efficient sink and toilet, quite nice. This is 671 Donegal. It is set to go. In case you're wondering, no, there is no basement. It sits on a crawl space. Last on the tour today, 814 Donegal. So we're just up the street, heading kind of northwest up towards Highland Road. Here's Highland here. You can see the Brookdale Plaza over here to give you a sense of where we are. 814 Donegal here. This is a nice brick bungalow listed for $255,000, $254,900, and they're taking offers on the 30th, which is Sunday. Let's have a look. So we can see we've got brick and we've got a stone look. It's a brick facade that's applied. That's not actually brick there. And then I believe this is an aluminum fascia across the top here. Shingles look good on the whole roof. Paved drive, and there is a concrete section at the back, a nice concrete pad at the back for maybe a bit of a garage, maybe some kind of bigger shed. That shed is sitting on the concrete pad. There is a retaining wall that runs down the side of this. That might be something you want to keep an eye on over the years. Retaining walls are always a little iffy as life goes on for them. This is the concrete pad I was telling you about at the back. I bet that at some point there was some kind of garage type structure sitting there. Maybe not, but certainly could look at a shed there depending on what the zoning will allow. This is the backyard, of course, and the structure seems to be in pretty good shape. There is a side entrance here that would allow you to create a separate suite in the basement if you wanted to. Here we are in the kitchen. You can see original cabinets, vinyl flooring, arborite countertop. Windows and doors seem to have been updated on this one as well at some point. Not sure how old they are. Couldn't find a date in the windows themselves. Sometimes you can. This is just in front of the kitchen, towards the front of the house. I suspect was used as a dining room. Although if you close the door, one doorway off, it could easily be a bedroom again, or could be a bedroom. Could be a nice office too, for an at-home office. Living room here, hardwood floors as you see, plaster ceiling. One minor crack in the plaster across the front here. This house is in really good condition. Structurally sound, it seems, anyways. One of the bedrooms with more hardwood. This is the main bath. Steel tub, the fiberglass panels that glue onto the wall for the surround. Seems to be in decent condition. One of the other bedrooms. And here we are in the basement. As you can see, it's a block foundation. I believe the furnace, what was my note on the furnace? 1992 is the date on the gas tag. Natural gas forced air. This is the smallest water heater I have ever seen in a house, and it is electric. And that's a look at 814 Donegal, listed at $254,900. They will be doing offers on that October 30th. As I said, if you ever want to see any of the homes that you see on Peterborough Homes Tour, just give me a call. You can call me direct at 705-930-1308. That's direct on my cell. You can also text me at that number. If you're thinking about listing a house, residential, whether it's a residential waterfront or an income property, forget, get it right. Call